Hari Om everybody. I welcome all the Atma Jyotis to today's Divine Gita class. So let us begin today's class with the prayers. I request Namit to please share his screen and all of us can chant the shlokas along with him.
Can you see?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Hari Om to all the Atma Jyotis present here. Welcome you all to this divine Gita session. Let us start with Omkara chanting. 3 times. Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Narayana Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Dhyanamoolam Gururmurtihi Poojamulam Gururpadam Mantramulam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Gururkripa. Now I pass it on to Manya, who is going to lead us with the Gayatri Dhyana. Over to you, Manya.
Thank you, Namit. I request all of you to please once again close your eyes and sit straight. Keep your back erect. And with that, let us begin with this Gayatri Japa. Through this prayer or the Gayatri mantra, we invoke the divine. We request the divine to show us the right path. Then we chant and then contemplate the Bhagavad Gita Shloka, which is after the japa and the story. So to be able to contemplate the Bhagavad Gita Shloka, our mind needs to be calm and peaceful. In such a order, we'll be able to understand and forever apply the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita in our life. So to calm our mind, there are many different practices that are done. And the one that we have been learning over the past few sessions is the Gayatri Dhyana. So in the Gayatri Dhyana, we first of all chant the Gayatri mantra for 9 times, and then we sit in silence for a few moments, and finally we go to the next step. So please keep your back straight, bring your legs together and place your hands comfortably on your thighs. Slightly bend your head backwards like this, and close your eyes and look at this part of the forehead where you keep kumkum and bindi. So this part before the 2 eyebrows, between the 2 eyebrows, this part is called as the Agna Chakra. So you already know by now that our body has many energy centers, and Agnya Chakra is a very important energy center, which is the seed of higher intelligence. So intuition is in our Agnya Chakra. So here, with your eyes closed, see the presence of Surya Bhagwan and offer your respects and gratitude to Surya Bhagwan. Now, with the same feeling of respect and gratitude, let us chant the Gayatri mantra for 9 times. And after we are done with the chanting, we'll continue to sit in silence. Let us begin now. Please be on mute but chant along with me. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Be in your natural silence. Notice how silent and peaceful your mind has become. This silent state of mind will be like a clean whiteboard. So stay in this natural silence.
Yeah.
Now, notice how peaceful the state of mind has become. It is like a clean whiteboard. Let us write the most meaningful sentences of your life on this whiteboard. See yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, courageous, energetic, content, and a truthful being who brings out the best qualities from within and also helps others around to bring out their inner best. Now see your family members, your mother, father, brothers, sisters, grandparents. See all your family members happy, healthy, and peaceful. See your friends, relatives, neighbors, teachers, all the known people. See all of them happy, healthy, and peaceful. Now, see all the people in the world, whether you know them or not. See all of them as happy, healthy, and peaceful beings. Now, see all the living beings, birds, animals, plants, river, mountains, stars, galaxies. See the entire existence happy, healthy, and peaceful. And in this divine and wonderful existence, see yourself once again as a happy, healthy, peaceful, courageous, energetic, truthful being who not only brings out the best qualities from within, but also helps others to bring out their inner best. Now, become aware of your breath, become aware of your body, and become aware of your surroundings. Gently scrub your palms and give warmth to your eyes. And slowly open your eyes. I offer my respects and gratitude to all the divine Atma Jyotis who are present here today. Now, if any one of you has questions related to the meditation, the Gayatri mantra, or anything related to this, please raise your hands and ask your question. Yes, Snigdha.
Why do I do the Gayatri mantra 9 times?
9 times.
Like, why do we do it 9 times?
Correct. So when we do the Gayatri mantra, we focus here, right? So here when we focus, I told you that there is a chakra present here. There's the Agnya chakra. So when you focus on that Agnya chakra, you are able to focus and concentrate better. But why exactly the number 9? You must have noticed that there are many things in 9, like planets. You can tell me, are there any other things that you see as 9?
Like, exactly what do you mean by 9?
Like like Navagrahas. Any other things that come to your mind when I say 9?
I'm not sure, I don't know.
Okay, no problem. the reason why we say the Gayatri mantra 9 times is because, first of all, 9 is a very auspicious number. Okay. So, but why is it auspicious? Is the question that you're asking me. So we chanted 9 times because, as you see, the entire universe itself is like the Navagraha 9. So, so that's one reason that why said 9 times. But apart from that, you must have also heard that many shlokas are chanted 108 times. So when you add 1 plus 0 plus 8, you get 9 again. So it's also said that when you chant anything 9 times, it's equivalent to chanting it 108 times. So that's one reason. But then there may be many other reasons which I may not be aware of right now. So I'll find out more about it and tell you in the next class. But really good question. Thank you. Any other questions related to the meditation or the Gayatri mantra? Yes, Chita.
What happens if we don't tell 9 times?
It's nothing that if you don't tell it 9 times, anything specific will happen. It's just like if you said something, um, if you say it, then good things will happen. But if you don't say it, it's not necessary that something will happen if you don't say it 9 times. It's good to say it 9 times, but if you don't say it, then one thing is that all the nice things that would happen if you chant 9 times would not happen if you do not chant it 9 times. But specifically, is there anything that happens if you don't chant it 9 times? It does nothing like that. Yes, Nigda.
I have another question. Why should we chant like shlokas and shlokas before the class, like before we start the session?
Yes, that's also a very nice question. So I'm going to ask you, have you noticed the state of mind before you chanted the shlokas and after you're done chanting? So after this dhyana. So before, it's very cluttered with all the noise of the world. All of that is happening in your mind. It's very confusing, and it's all of them are like an entangled thread. It's everything is happening at a moment. But in order to understand or to be able to apply the teachings of Gita in your life, you need your mind to be calm. You must have noticed this even when you study for school. So if you're very tensed or stressed because of everything that's happening, will you be able to read and understand your textbook and be able to memorize it? No, right? So when you're focused, when your mind is calm and peaceful, then it's very easy to be able to understand and assimilate everything that is being said. So it can be good or bad. Either ways, both good things and bad things will easily be settled in your mind and stored forever. Because Bhagavad Gita is such a good thing. Don't you want it to be stored forever and be there in your mind and be able to use it very well? So that is the reason we chant the shloka before. But are there any benefits just for chanting the shlokas in specific? Yes, there are many benefits because the sounds we get, they all they all give out a vibration, and everything in the world is energy. Everything, your body, what we are speaking, the pencils, the glass, your clothes, everything is a form of energy. And whatever we speak is also energy. And the shlokas, they give out such good energy that they do good back to us. So, like for example, the Gayatri mantra has helped us to calm down our state of mind and helps us concentrate. And there are so many other benefits. And mainly, it's very good for memory. because we focus here, we also have memory somewhere here. Memory is throughout your body, but then our brain is here, right? So that's the reason we focus here to our Agnya Chakra and say that. Hope this answer is clearing your question.
Yeah,
You
it
were
is.
able to
Thank
understand.
you.
Great. So there's a little change in today's schedule. We'll first be doing the shloka and then the story. So I request Namit to please share his screen and go forward with the story, the shloka.
Thank you, Manya. So we can start. Let us start with today's shloka, which is dehino smin yata. So who wants to volunteer to repeat along with me?
Can I?
Yeah, sure, Smita. So everybody sit straight, join your hands, keep your back erect, close your eyes, and chant the shloka along with Snigdha. Dehinosmin. Snigdha, you're on mute.
Dehinosmin
Yata dehe
yata de
kaumaram yauvanam jara.
kauramanya
Kaumaram.
kaurama
Kaumaram.
kaumaram
Yauvanam jara.
yanovan
Yauvanam jara.
yavanam cha jara.
Can you see it? Can you read Sanskrit?
Sanskrit, I don't know how to read.
Okay, fine. Have you? Okay, fine. Yauvanam jara.
Yahuvanam jara
Tata dehantara.
tata dehastara
Praptir.
prapir
Praptir.
praptir
Praptir.
praptir
Praptirastatra.
praptir drasta
No, just dhirastatra. Dhirastatra.
dhirastatra
Namuhyati.
namo yati.
Excellent. So what this shloka means is, now Arjuna is confused, right? What to do? And even Sri Krishna replies, yeah, it's not a useful reason why you're crying, and many things like that. So now Sri Krishna is telling, oh Arjuna, you're just seeing what the outside body. The outside body is, what is the outside body? It's what are we see? Hands, legs, eyes, ears, obviously our skin. So what Sri Krishna is telling is, this body is constantly changing. Do you know that when animal bones are made up of mainly?
Like of are you talking about boards?
Yeah, no, I want the full pure, like the pure, the main source.
What?
The main source for bones.
So basically, I should tell like what is what made of?
Yeah, correct.
It's made. Some boards are made out of wood.
Okay, so let me tell you the deep and the very. There are many things issues and all, but mainly they're all made up of cells. Cells are changing every moment. They're not changing, and all cells are born and dead every moment. Body is moment to moment. But we can't observe the change because we are constantly seeing it. For example, you might be seeing your siblings. Then after 5 years, they'll definitely have changed. But you will think, oh, they're the same. But if you ask somebody who had seen your siblings 5 years ago, they'll be like they have changed. The same way, the body also changed from a moment to moment. From childhood, we are born. Then we always we can't do anything. We are just sleeping. Then slowly we start to crawl. After a few days, we keep our first step and walk. Then after a few days, we play, walk and all. Then we grow up. We grow up and we grow up and then pre-KG, all that, nursery, pre-kindergarten and all, right? So after that, we become grown-ups. Then youth. We go to youth and we become smart people after we grow up. Like today, there are so many people. The Microsoft engineers, Google engineers. The same way we'll have so many different fields. Then our body changes. We grow up. Then the body, after when we reach old age, the body stops growing. Get old. We get old. Wheelchair. Because you might have seen if they have some leg issues or bone, then they use wheelchair. Then because of old age, we die. We can tell this process as womb to tomb. When we are born, before we are born, we are in the womb. Then after we die, it becomes a tomb. So this body is constantly changing. But truly, the true ourselves, the body is not us. The body is constantly changing. I or you can't be something that is changing. Right? So this Atma Jyoti, the divine light of the self, the true nature that we need to realize. And you might have seen various people whoever have realized this knowledge, they grow older, they get some health issues. Then people say, oh, what's happening? Oh, death. But these people are just calm, and calm. So Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna, you're being sad. You're looking at something that's constantly changing, but the true you is never changing. It's the Atma or Atma Jyoti which passes through one body to the other. For example, if funeral is still going on, the Atma would have passed to another body. So Atma is constantly passes. It passes. So it's our true self is always there. Even now also, a person who has died 100 or 200 years ago, his Atma is still there. So this is what Sri Krishna tells in the shloka. Anybody has any questions? Any questions you want to ask from the shloka? Yes, Chita.
In the screen is given as the soul passes into another body, right?
Yeah.
Does the soul leave our body forever?
So, so it's see, this body, as I told, that's not that it's not about leaving it for ever or for some time. It's that the body, after the body dies, the soul or the atma goes from the body, and this body is temporary. Like for example, your clothes, are they there forever? Yes,
No.
Gita? Yeah, the
Huh?
same way, even this body is not there forever. So the but Atma can't be in the body forever. So we should not think I'm just I'm this body. It's a very wrong understanding we have that I am this body. Truly, we are. Have you noticed? Commonly, we use I, right? So I is something unchanging. So we can't relate it to the body, which is changing every moment, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So the same way, it's not something that the atma is staying forever in the body. So obviously the atma can't stay because the body won't is not eternal, right? So that's why it after death it passes to another body.
But in the last few classes, we learned that we don't know how we die, but how do we know that a soul can pass into another body?
So can you repeat your question?
In the last few sessions that we learn, it said that we don't know how we are going to die or a soul is going to pass. So how are we sure about this?
So you're telling how can we believe what Krishna is telling, right?
Yes.
Can you be a bit louder?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So see, it's see, Sri Krishna is himself a Mahatma. He's a great being. If you know his stories and all, you'll have seen him, and he himself is none other than Bhagavan Vishnu himself. So so that too he's telling to Arjuna. So Sri Krishna will definitely be practical. So obviously it's in our hands whether to take it or not. But definitely it's something practical and it's it's like it's happened for many people and the people believe that it can happen for them. But truly, we need to apply the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Then we can know its essence. Simply, if it's any use, the learning science for no use. Is there any use if you just know all Newton's laws, Albert Einstein? Is there any use?
No.
The same way we need to apply it, or else we won't know its use. All Newton's laws, if we don't apply it and see it in our life, it will become useless. We'll think Newton was a crazy man. He just got that law, third law of Newton, second law, simply as school books teach something and all, something rubbish we'll think. So we need to apply it. We need to apply it then we can we as you told, we can't blindly, we shouldn't blindly believe it. We need to apply it, because somebody is telling, we just shouldn't believe it. Obviously, there should be trust in others, but you also should learn to analyze, right? Right? Especially these are something spiritual and that be practical. So we need to apply it in our life and see how it works. Is that clear with Yaschita?
Yes, Namit.
Okay. So Vidisha, you have a question? Vidisha, can you unmute?
I have a question. That doesn't mean that even me or you are also born from somebody else's soul.
So soul, we shouldn't refer it to a person. It's so the atma is not mine or yours. Mine or yours means how does it become? If you told, is it somebody else's soul? So when you tell somebody what is that person are you referring to? You're referring to the body, right?
No, like here also it's mentioned that once you die, that somebody else, your soul goes to somebody else. No,
Yeah,
a soul passes to another body. So it doesn't mean that if somebody's soul passed to me.
see, it's a good question. So this body does not possess the atma. The atma possesses the body. So if with the conviction, or if I'm speaking as atma, we are speaking as atma. This body is a possession of mine. All our possessions have an end, right? Whatever you possess, will they be for the next 100 years?
No.
The same way, the atma, the possessions of the atmas are not permanent. This body and all is possessed by the atma. So it's nothing about it's not about if when one person dies, his or her atma goes to the atma which they have it's their atma. And see, the same similarity in human beings. We all come from atma. All our supreme nature is atma. So in the coming sessions, we'll understand it clearly, and it's really nice to see that all of you are so curious of this knowledge of atma. It's really nice to see your curiosity, and we'll understand about this deeply in the upcoming session. Is that clear with Vidisha?
Yes, thank you, Namit.
Welcome. Okay, so if there are no questions, let's see what you have understood. You can raise your hands. First, I see Vidisha here. So, Vidisha, what did you understand?
I understood from the shloka that
Okay, fine. So you can listen to others. And if you can share your understanding based on that. Is that fine? Okay. I saw somebody else raising their hand. Yes, Ramakrishna.
I understood that the soul in us actually our atma they when our old age passes away, the Atma will go to one body to the other body.
Correct. So it's not a it's constantly changing. Our body itself is constantly changing, and after death it passes to another body. Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, so Nigda.
So what my understanding was, basically somebody's soul is actually inside us. So
A correction over there. It's not as I told Vidisha. It's not somebody's soul. No body. No body. This body, the body which you have, doesn't possess the Atma. It's Atma possesses the body. It's all this body is the property of Atma. If all are possession, they have an age limit, right?
yeah.
So, that the same way, if the Atma is eternal, so can't if Atma is a possession, it can't be eternal. So the body is possessed by the Atma. After a few years, the body decays and dies.
Okay. So basically, in life, first we become born, and then we'll be like a newborn, and then we'll always eat and sleep, eat and sleep, and then do nothing. Later we'll become a toddler, and then we start playing, we'll start talking, we'll learn how to crawl, and then we'll come to middle school, and then we'll start learning more stuff. And then later, we're gonna become old, and what is that? Like we'll become old, and we'll be kind of weak. And we need somebody to take care of us. And then slowly, we'll some of the other thing will happen to us, and then we'll die, and then as our body may be dead, but our soul is still in us.
Excellent, Smita. You want to add something?
No.
Okay. Yeah, excellent. So basically the body is changing constantly. Next. Yes, Chita, you want to add something? Are you speaking? We can't hear you. Okay. So, Vidisha, what did you understand from this?
Naman, actually, that time I was talking, but I got muted. Anyways, what I was telling is that I understood that anyways, once you're born, you like how you told, you slowly evolve. Like first you cry, and then you start to walk, then you start to run, and then you continue like that. Like that only. This doesn't mean that from your soul the other person's body, the soul of your body doesn't transfer to another body. It's just like the same soul. So you are born, if you die, somebody else will be born. When somebody else dies, somebody else will be born. So that's what I understood from this poem.
Excellent. So in this universe, there's always a balance or dharma. God has kept a balance. For example, in the food chain, you might have seen a snake eats lizard. Then again, the snake is eaten by another animal. So there's a balance in nature There's a balance in everything. Excellent. So, if anyone wants to tell anything, you can tell. Or else we can move on to the story part by Manya.
I hope my screen is visible. I'm sure each one of you are excited to listen to another exciting story. So let us start off without further ado. This story has a very, very, very great king. So he's been not only happy himself, but has kept all of his subjects, all the people in his kingdom happy as well. They are not only happy, but they're wealthy. They have greenery and greenery. They're such a clean kingdom. It's just perfect. Okay. So one day, the king sends one of his minister to go and take a round throughout the kingdom and come and tell him if there are any problems there so that he can sort that out. So he is a very responsible king. So the minister goes and has a nice tour of the entire kingdom. He comes back after a month and he describes to his king, everything is so nice. Our kingdom is so prosperous. All the people are very happy and healthy. They're all free of all kind of diseases. They're having nutritious food to eat and good clothes to wear. Their children are all being educated. And everybody is in peace and they're living in harmony with each other. But the king suddenly becomes alert. He was so happy listening to all the praises of his kingdom. But he heard the word, but. So he asked his minister, but what? Tell me, O minister, whatever the problem, I shall sort it out. We want a perfect kingdom. So the minister says, there is one patch of land. There is one part or patch of land in our kingdom which belongs to a farmer. The land is barren. The entire kingdom is green. But that one small little patch, it's brown and barren. It's not at all fertile. And we don't know if the soil is actually fertile or not. But then there is nothing grown in that land. So we don't know anything about its characteristics. And the farmer refused for us to do anything at all with the land. We gave him option that we shall help you grow rice. But he said, no, thank you. No, thank you. And my majesty, this has been the case from the past 25 years. And the neighbors and the other villagers say that this land used to also be green. In fact, much more better, much more fertile than the other parts of the kingdom. It had so much of food growing on it, so many crops and everything in abundance, more than any patch could grow. So the king was very surprised and astonished as to why this farmer is doing such a thing. So he calls and he orders the farmer to come and meet him. So the king explains to the farmer, when the entire kingdom is filled with greenery, beautiful farms, and everybody is living happily, why is your farm barren? Why have you kept your farm like that in such a bad condition without a single plant growing in it? What are you doing with the land? Or at least tell us, we will at least grow something and you can take the profit from it. But the farmer is very stubborn. He says, no, your majesty, I don't want you to do anything with my piece of land, and this is a request to you. Please don't do anything. So the king is more curious. He says, why do you say so? So the farmer narrates about his past. 25 years back, a wise person, a sage, had come. He had come to my home. After I had been good to him and had served him well with food and water and everything that he could ask for, he gave me a bag of seeds. He said that these seeds are that of grapes. They are in fact juicier and bigger and tastier than any grapes in the world. These will be the best grapes grown in the past, would have grown in the present, and will have ever grown and shall have ever grown in the future. He says so. But the sage also adds that, like any normal grape plant, this is not going to grow in a year or two or in a few months, but it shall take 30 years to grow and to give you some fruits. So the man is very happy, the farmer is very happy, and he sows all the seeds in his farm, and he's been waiting so for 25 years already. So the king says, stop this foolishness, go and sow some good seeds and take care of it. But then the farmer is very clear. He says, no, my majesty, I've waited for 25 years. I beg to you, please let me stay for another 5 years. And then if nothing happens, then whatever you ask me to grow, I shall grow. Whatever you shall ask me to do, I shall do that. But please give me these 5 more years. The king tries to convince him, but it is not possible. He notices that, and he lets the farmer be for 5 more years and to see if it will grow. But the king is very sure nothing is going to grow. But guess what? After 5 years, the grape plants actually start growing, and they grow in such a way that they're the biggest grapes ever. They're the most tasty ones. They're most juicy, and they're so nice, colorful, and bright. This is the best grapes grown ever. So the farmer collects some of these grapes. He sells it in the market, but before that, he takes some of the produce. He goes and gifts it all to the king. And the king eats each one of those grapes. And to tell you, one grape was bigger than an egg. That was how big it was. And that was very, very tasty, like 100 times tastier than the grapes. And the king eats it. He is very happy, and he gives him a lot of gold, a lot of jewels as a gift back to the farmer. But now you know what would have happened. People who would come to buy grapes in the market, now they are not interested in buying any grapes. They are only interested in buying this farmer's grapes, these big, tasty, juicy grapes. And they're not interested in buying the normal grapes. So they start, so all the farmers, apart from this farmer who had grown grapes, go complain to the king. Oh dear king, why did you do this? First of all, none of our grapes are being sold in the market. Everybody is buying his grapes. And now you also will just take a little bit of his grapes and give so much of wealth in return to the grapes. I agree. We all agree, in fact, that his grapes are maybe a little more bigger, maybe a little more juicy, maybe a little more tasty. But that doesn't mean that you will give him so much of wealth. And also everybody is buying his grapes. We are all in loss now. Why did you give him so much gold? And guess what the king replied? He said that, no, I haven't given him gold in return to his grapes. This is what the king says. Here I would like to stop the story for a second and ask you, why else do you think the king gave him so much of gold if it weren't for the grapes? Yes, Snigdha.
Because the farmer was really patient, and
Excellent. Very good, Snigdha. Correct answer. The farmer was patient. Every day he went and plowed he plowed his land. Every day he went and watered it. He saw that nothing was growing. He saw not a little sapling also in that ground. But he still believed, had trust and faith in that wise man. And he had the patience to wait for 30 years, and he watered the field, and he waited for 30 years without the wanting of any result or fruit in this duration of 30 years. So the story is all about patience. It teaches us the importance of patience. If we are trying to bring something good in the society, we are trying to get a change, then let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. It is never going to be easy to bring a good change in the society, to abolish something bad in the society. It shall take time. People have that fixed mindset. The society is being fixed to it. So in order to change that, it shall always take some time. And for that, to all of us who will be growing to become some good citizens of this country, of this beautiful, rich country, India, since we are all going to grow up and be citizens, we must be patience, and be calm and willing to wait for the good to be understood by the society. Though the society has a fixed mindset, it is not going to stay like that forever. If each one of us help in contributing or help in bringing that good change, then for sure the society shall become a better place. So that is the learning from today's story. With that, let us chant the Sri Krishna Mahamantra. I request all of you to close your eyes, fold your hands, keep your back straight, and chant along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And now, to all those who have listened to this story with patience, will be able to answer the questions that are coming on the screen. Why did the king reward the farmer? I want you to raise your hands. Yes, Ramakrishna. Is it for the juicy grapes, tasty grapes, huge grapes, or for his patience?
For his patience.
For his patience.
Very good. Very good, Ramakrishna and Snigdha. Both of you. The right answer is definitely because of his patience. The next question. What does the story talk about? The importance of gold, the importance of grapes, the importance of farm, the importance of patience. Yes, Snigdha.
Importance of patience.
Very correct. So the story revolves and talks continuously about the importance of patience. Finally, the last question on your screen, and in fact, the most important question of this session. If you're spreading awareness on cleanliness in your school, about Swachha Bharat, and to be not littering the floor and having cleanliness and green society and a school, but you see that people don't heed to your words. They're still not using the dustbin, they're littering the classrooms. What would you do? Go hit them and force them to use the dustbin? Or be patient and continue to spread awareness and stay on the right path, do your duty, perform your dharma, or stop spreading awareness because people never change, society can never change. Or you also start littering the place, because if one person is doing good, then how will it make a big change? So just keep littering the classroom yourself. So I see. Yes, Chita, go ahead. What is the answer?
Ma'am, Maneka, be patient and continue to spread awareness.
Excellent. And I'm sure that others who raised their hands, like Snigdha and and our Ramakrishna, Vidisha, all of you also wanted to give the same answer. I'm sure each one of you could understand the message of this story. Excellent, everybody. Claps for you all. Now, I request Naman to chant the ending prayers, and then we shall end the class.
Thank you, Manya. So it was a wonderful session with all of you participated in the quiz, and it was a very nice thing. So now we have come to the end of the session. Let us end with the closing prayer. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Buddhinanalla Sachidanandatma Shivananunane Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham. Antarjyoparapara Jyotirjyotiः Swayam Jyotiः Atmajyotiः Shivosmyaham. Atmadarshanam Satyadarshanam. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Vidyam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaः Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu ma kaschid Dukkhabhag Bhavet. Om Sarvesham Svantirbhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Gurubhyo Namaः. Hari Om. Be on to all the Atmajyotis, the divine light of the self.
Hari Om, everybody. Shubhratri.
Hari Om Manyaka, Hari Om Namit.
Hello, Manyaka. Hari Om Namit.